Driving a ready-mix truck is a very dynamic and exciting career. It allows us to explore different locations, meet and collaborate with various people, and contribute to the construction of our towns, cities, and infrastructure. Ready-mix drivers are professional drivers and, as such, need to be well aware of and control the potential hazards associated with their equipment. However, our job also comes with some very unique challenges, particularly avoiding rollover accidents both on-road and on customer job sites. In this video, we will review some simple process controls and safety rules to help prevent rollover incidents. Before starting our shift, it's important to make sure that we are mentally and physically prepared to drive the truck for the duration of the day. We must also review and complete a documented pre-trip inspection of the truck to ensure that all defects are documented and it is free of any major issues. We must inspect for any defects outlined on the Schedule 1, which include damaged or loose wheels, ensuring tires are properly inflated, and making sure that brakes are adjusted correctly. Once the truck is loaded, we must now assess that load to determine if it is within tolerances, but also how it will impact vehicle dynamics while driving on the roadway. Make sure the drum is in charge mode and not discharge mode before leaving the plant. This assessment of slump will assist you in determining the lateral forces that will be applied as you drive and steer the truck. The slump and volume of concrete will impact the center of gravity and your ability to brake, accelerate, and steer the vehicle. Next, let's talk about slump and how it affects the dynamics of the ready-mix truck. When the drum is paused and not rotating, the concrete will sit at the bottom of the drum. So, the weight distribution will be high, but centered in the frame above the axles. Higher slump concrete is thinner in nature and will be pulled up the side of the drum as it rotates. That increases the forces to one side of the truck. The professional driver needs to be very careful with any sudden braking or sharp turns on a roadway because the concrete will shift and react quickly. Lower slump concrete is thicker in nature and will be pulled farther up the side of the drum as it rotates. This further shifts the forces and center of gravity to one side. In charge mode, that means the weight and forces on the driver's side are significantly higher when driving, making right-hand turns more dangerous. In general, changing from charge mode to discharge mode will shift those forces to the other side of the truck, or the passenger side. A professional driver must always assess the slump of the load, monitor the drum direction, and adjust the operation of their truck accordingly. The ready-mix driver must also be well aware of the impact that drum speed will have on these forces. In transit to a job, a drum speed of 1 to 2 revolutions per minute is always recommended. As we prepare to start our trip, we should monitor weather conditions and assess our proposed journey. We want to be aware of any potential traffic or hazards that could affect our ability to travel to or access the job site. While we travel on the roadway, we need to keep a safe distance from other vehicles around us to ensure we have enough space, visibility, and time to react to any sudden changes in our operating environment. When coming to a stop behind another vehicle, always leave enough space in front to allow you to go around it without having to reverse. A ready-mix truck can weigh up to 80,000 pounds or more when fully loaded, so it is extremely critical that we keep a safe distance from the edge of any roadway. Staying as close as safely possible to the crown of the road will maximize the distance between the ready-mix truck and the road's edge. It's highly recommended that the professional driver check at least one mirror every 5 to 8 seconds to continually monitor their operating environment. A critical part of operating the ready-mix truck is turning on curves and at intersections. Because of the high center of gravity and the dynamic nature of the load, curves are one of the greatest dangers facing every ready-mix driver. Always monitor your speed and reduce it below the suggested speed limit before entering a curve or turning at an intersection. Most companies recommend reducing your speed 10 to 15 kilometers per hour below posted limits. Pace your braking to avoid sudden changes in vehicle dynamics. During our trip, we need to monitor and obey all posted road signs. These 4 signs can have particular impact on reducing the chances of a rollover event. The truck rollover sign. This sign warns traffic, specifically heavy vehicles. that there is an upcoming sharp turn or bend in the roadway, the directional arrow sign. This sign indicates that there is a sharp change in the road, with the arrow indicating the direction of travel. The checkerboard border indicates danger. Slow down, be careful. The chevron arrowhead signs are posted in groups to guide drivers around sharp curves or gradual bends in the roadway. The exit speed limit sign. This sign shows the driver the recommended speed needed when exiting a roadway. As mentioned earlier, all heavy vehicles should reduce their speed well below these posted warnings to further reduce the chances of a rollover event. Arriving at a customer job site, the professional driver needs to assess ground conditions before entering. The ground must provide adequate traction and be able to withstand the weight of the fully loaded ready-mix truck. Always seek out solid ground conditions to prevent unwanted issues and potential rollovers. Pay very close attention to excavations on the customer job site. Their edges and surrounding areas may be unstable. All ready-mix trucks must keep a distance of at least 1 meter or 3 feet back from the edge of an excavation, and should only position the truck perpendicular to the edge if possible. With our site assessments complete, we can now engage the customer team to determine the required delivery location and the safest way to complete the delivery. Following these safety rules will keep the professional driver safe and ensure that the chances of tragic incidents and rollovers are dramatically reduced. Remember, safety is everyone's responsibility.